You ever have one of those mornings where the whole world just spins off its axis and you're standing there thinking, there's no way this is happening to me, but it is? Yeah, that was me staring at the president of my HOA, Karen Blackstone, as she waltzed onto my family's land with a pack of strangers and a fake smile plastered on her face. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "This land belongs to us now," just like that. My heart nearly stopped. See, this wasn't just dirt to me. This was Lake Ranch, my great-grandfather's legacy, my father's dying wish, my life's work. 500 acres of Illinois soil I'd poured every last dollar into making the best organic farm you'd ever see. Let me back up a second. That morning I was in the barn my great-granddad built in 1890, holding our original land deed. Real old parchment, still smells like dust and hope. Sunlight was coming through the slats, shadows dancing on the floor, and outside 500 acres of corn were waving like a green sea. I'd just finished checking the irrigation, a $1 million investment to turn Lake Ranch into the kind of farm that makes the cover of Modern Farmer. I quit my consulting job in Des Moines 3 years ago, big salary, nice office. Everyone thought I was nuts, especially my ex-wife. She made sure I knew it too every single time I picked up our daughter Anna. But I'd promised my dad I'd keep the tradition alive, keep this land feeding people. So I did it. I went all in, every penny, every sleepless night. And I swear right up to that morning I thought hard work still counted for something. But when I heard those car engines roaring up the drive, a white Mercedes and 2 black SUVs, I knew something ugly was coming. Karen HOA president, 52, always in a red blazer, like she was running for office. She's got that politician smile, you know what I mean? Looks friendly, but you just know there's something sharp behind it. She brought a whole crew, guys in suits, workers with surveying equipment, the whole circus. She walked right up, opened her fancy briefcase, and said they'd bought my land for $15 million from some community development trust. Handed me paperwork, official-looking stuff, all notarized with my late father's signature, transferring the property just 2 months after he died. Only my dad couldn't even hold a pen at that point. The signature was wrong. I knew it in my bones. But Karen just smiled wider, like a shark circling blood. "You've got 72 hours to clear out," she said. And behind her, her crew started marking out the land, taking pictures of my barn, my equipment, my home, like I was already gone. As she left, she told me, "Moving is easier when it's voluntary. Can you believe the nerve?" She even had a sign put up at the entrance while I was working Crownstone Meadows luxury community development, all shiny yellow and black. That's when I realized they didn't just want to scare me, they were here to bulldoze everything I'd built. I stood there holding the deed, feeling like the last man on a sinking ship, but I wasn't about to let Karen Blackstone steal 4 generations of blood and sweat with a pen and a smile. Not without a fight. First thing I did was call Anna, my daughter, final year at Northwestern Law, stubborn as a mule, sharp as a tack. "Dad, I'm in finals," she said, but I told her I needed her home. She didn't hesitate. Packed up her law books, drove straight home, and by sunset we were knee-deep in paperwork at the old oak table, same one my great-granddad built the family war room. Anna pulled up everything: public records, legal precedents, signatures. She compared the official transfer to Dad's will from 2018. "The T is wrong, Dad. This is a forgery." And she was right. Whoever did it was good, but not good enough to fool Anna. While she dug through the legal mess, I did my own digging on Karen. Turns out she used to be Victoria Blackwood, lost her real estate license in Chicago for fraud, moved to Pine Valley, reinvented herself, and wormed her way into the HOA presidency. A professional land grabber, hiding in plain sight. That night we took the evidence and went to see Bob Mitchell, neighbor Dad's old friend. Bob said Karen tried to buy his 300 acres for double market value. When he said no, she got icy. Showed us a photo he'd taken Karen handing a USB folder to a fancy-looking man. Anna ran a search. Marcus Thornfield, CEO of Crownstone Developers, a company famous for shady land deals. Anna found more. Karen changed HOA bylaws to give herself power to develop unused land within 5 miles. This was planned for years. The next morning, things got crazier. Construction crews put up a chain-link fence with razor wire all around my land. They even posted a private security guard, Jake Morrison, ex-cop. He handed me a restraining order, said any interference would mean my arrest. I hadn't received a summons, nothing. Karen had filed it the day before. The fix was in. Still, I showed up at the HOA meeting. Karen had her big presentation promising jobs, higher property values, the works. My daughter was in the back recording everything, fact-checking every claim. Karen said she had environmental clearance. Anna found out that was a lie. There was no record of any study. Next, the bank called, wanted $300,000 back right now because of legal uncertainty. I'd never missed a payment in 15 years. Karen was using every tool she had to squeeze me out. But then help came from the last place I expected. Margaret Sullivan, retired land rights attorney, tough as nails, offered to help me pro bono. She and Anna drove to Springfield, pored over land records, found proof the transfer documents were forged. The ink didn't even exist in 2019, and the trust was set up days before Dad signed. Karen had done this before using her old name. We were up against a pro. Then Tom Rogers, a whistleblower from Crownstone, reached out. Said it wasn't about housing at all. They wanted the lithium underneath my land. A $3.8 billion deposit. They needed 2,500 contiguous acres to get permits. That's why the land grab. The contract even said if fraud was found, all development rights would go to the victim, me. We started building our case while Karen fought back with media smears, fake tax bills, edited photos on Facebook. But Anna fired back with viral videos, real farm life, our story proof of the scam. The whole town started waking up, support grew. Jerry Walsh, a retired land office guy, confirmed our zoning land could not be developed, not legally. By the time we went to court, the place was packed. News crews, neighbors, farmers, everyone wanted to see how it ended. Karen arrived like a queen, 6 lawyers in tow. Her attorney laid it out, property transfer permits, the works. I'll admit, for a minute I wondered if we'd lose it all. But Anna stood up and absolutely nailed it. Showed the forged signatures, the new ink, the clause in Crownstone's contract, if fraud, all rights go to the injured party. Tom took the stand, revealed the lithium scam. Jerry confirmed the zoning. Margaret tied it all together. The judge ruled in our favor, declared Karen's documents void. Lake Ranch mine by right, and by the terms of their own contract, awarded me all Crownstone Meadows development rights. Karen was arrested for fraud, led away in cuffs, howling that Marcus will never let this stand, but it was over. Marcus tried to run, got arrested at the airport, suitcase full of cash and hard drives. Turns out they'd pulled this stunt across 8 states, but now the FBI was on it. The real kicker. In her rush, Karen accidentally signed away her own mansion to me. That's right, the woman who tried to steal my legacy ended up losing her house to the very clause she wrote. The news headlines had a field day. HOA president loses own mansion in land scam. Karma, huh? 3 months later, our town held a referendum, dissolved the HOA, started an agricultural cooperative, made me chairman. Anna's social media blew up, millions of views, job offers pouring in. But she stuck around to help build the new community. Margaret started her own law firm in Karen's old house. Tom, our new facilities manager, used his inside knowledge to help the FBI catch a dozen more scammers. We turned Crownstone Meadows into Pine Valley Sustainable Agriculture Park. 52 local families now working the land, $4.8 million in organic produce in our first season. The university set up a research station. Kids ran in the fields at our first harvest festival. 8,000 people showed up. The land my great-grandfather cleared now feeds more families than ever. And Karen, she's tending vegetables in a prison garden, telling everyone she's finally learned to appreciate farming. Maybe that's justice. Or maybe justice is what happens when ordinary people stand up together and say, "Not today." My family's legacy survived because we fought, and we fought together. So let me ask you, if it were your family's land, your legacy, would you have rolled over or fought back? Drop a comment. Tell me what justice means to you, and share your own stories. If you believe regular folks can still stand up to corporate bullies and win, go ahead, hit that like button and tell the world you're on our side.